To get used to these new kickoffs, but it is Wigan who get us underway. Just one man, of course, taking the kickoff. These days it is the new regulations of the game. As we say, is a little unusual. Here's Joel Matip for Liverpool. He has strolled through his first couple of appearances in a Liverpool shirt. Luciani just losing out in midfield to Alex Gilby, who's been a really good addition to this Wigan side. It's a side that grew and grew last season and ended up running away with the league title, really, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. We were the dominant team in the league. Very possession-based football team. If people don't know how we like to play, the manager wants us to get the ball down and try and play the right way.
It was Stewart stepping into the tackle. One in midfield again by Gilby. The throw will go Wigan's way. It's a really good crowd here today. Plenty of Wigan fans in blue and white, and Liverpool supporters have two ends of the ground today. They stand opposite and away to the left-hand side. It's actually a bigger crowd than yesterday, where one of the stands was kept empty. Of course, that was a game that was arranged at short notice, the Manchester United game. This one, of course, has been penciled in for a long time. This is Taylor. Tidy touch in turn, but Liverpool are able just to close Jordan Flores down. Matip steps across.
It'll be interesting to see how Matip does today with Lovren. I think it's obviously a pairing that Jurgen Klopp sees going forward together in the Premier League season, and he looks a big unit, doesn't he? Looks a big player.
He has no Joe Gomez or Mamadou Sakho due to injury at the moment. They are the two senior central defenders at Liverpool at the moment. Of course, the likes of Andre Wisdom and Thiago Aloria, able deputies. Cut out by Randall. Conor Randall is playing at right back today. John Flanagan over at left back. Taylor. That's Andrew Taylor, of course. Ryan is here at the moment. He's effectively on trial. Always tickles you when someone who's played 400 games in the football league's on trial somewhere, but of course the born and bred Liverpool fan is just building up his career again after plenty of injury. Here's Firmino. Well won in midfield. In steps Stewart to nick the ball away from Sam Morsy. Mane. Coutinho. Here's Matip. Mane, it's a lovely ball. Mane was unceremoniously dumped to the ground, just maybe a little too clever for the challenge by Jack Hendry, who is a 21-year-old central defender who
but it's a lovely ball from Matip. He seems like he's got a nice range of passing. I think I spoke to the boys earlier on. They were saying he's a ball player, likes to get the ball down and play. And already his range of passing seems very good.
Well, Lee Nichols, the Scouser, in the goal. Height and born and bred. May have something to do here. Coutinho is deliberately placing the ball. Cameron Brannigan is hovering as well. It is Coutinho! Well, it was a fantastic effort and very, very unlucky. It might just have come off bar and post, that wonderful piece of invention by Philippe Coutinho.
His technique's absolutely brilliant, isn't it? I mean, to get the curl and the swerve on the ball and the power, he's such a good technician of the ball when you watch him on the free kicks.
Here's Stewart. Ejaria. He's impressed everyone with the positions that he takes up in these first couple of friendlies that Liverpool have had. Randall just sold Mane a little short there. Gives Wigan the chance to advance downfield. Wilshere. Matic comes across, Wilshere still going. And he's earned Wigan a corner.
Yeah, that's what Yannick's really good at. He gets you out of dangerous situations. Suddenly Liverpool are on the break, and then out of nowhere, Yannick's pace, he can drive the ball so far up the pitch, and it doesn't look like he's going that quick, but I tell you, you try and catch him. I've tried catching him a few times. It's not that easy.
Corner comfortably headed away by Sadio Mane. We'll follow up. No danger for Loris Karius, who's yet to be beaten in a Liverpool shirt.
I think it's another exciting addition to Liverpool, isn't it? Where last year they were crying out, or the fans were crying out for a goalkeeper, someone who's going to come in and be commanding. And I haven't seen him play yet, but just his presence walking in the place, he looks very confident, very sure of himself. In the warm-up, he's very confident in what he's doing. He's a good-looking lad as well, isn't he? He's doing okay.
He was never going to be a central defender, was he?
No, he wasn't. Definitely not.
Here's Matic for Liverpool. Randall. Brannigan always wants to get on the ball and try and orchestrate things in that midfield position.
He's the one I've been looking forward to seeing play today, because I played in the charity game, Stephen and Jamie's one, and he was the player who stood out for me. You think of all the talent that was on show that day, he was the one player that wanted the ball off everyone, he wanted to tick, and I remember Craig Bellamy turned around and went, he's going to be some player. He's a naturally gifted footballer, isn't he? He just wants the ball, wants to be on it all the time.
Coutinho was caught there by Sam Morsey. Morsey's put himself around so far in this opening, 7 and a bit minutes. Mane just sold himself a little short, but keeps the ball, and this is Stewart. Coutinho again. Ejaria. Mane. Coutinho again. Liverpool probing. Interested to see how high they are as well. You've got Lovren's the deepest Liverpool player, and he was on the edge of the centre circle in the Wigan half. Coutinho. Here's Matic. Randall. Brannigan again. He's got himself a free kick. Defender might consider himself a little unlucky there. Jordan Flores just catching Brannigan as he ran across him.
It's a very similar start to the game yesterday when we played United. I think a few of the lads a little bit nervous and drop a little bit too deep and give them too much respect, show the Liverpool players a little bit too much respect. But I think if you try and grow into the game, that can change.
Well, the delivery is deep. It was towards Firmino. Brannigan. Stewart. Mane. Well, Sadio Mane is quick, but Wilshere has pace to spare. Came in from Middlesbrough on loan and was signed permanently in the winter window, January. Not to do any disrespect to Stephen, but he was put down as the player who had the biggest influence on your promotion last year.
Yeah, well, he's a game winner. That's the difference. I'm not a game winner. Hopefully I'll stop a few goals here and there, but he is. He's one of these players that can create something out of nothing, and like I said earlier on, he relieves pressure, and them type of players, like Mane's just being bought for 30 million. He's the type of player who you want to get on the ball and drive you forward and take you 50-60 metres up the pitch. They're the little things that these players do, and that's why they get paid the big money.
In terms of the difference you spotted from going from the Championship down to League One, is there a considerable gap that Wigan are going to have to fill?
I think we've got a squad that was capable of playing higher anyway. I think that you could see that with the margin that we actually ended up being comfortable in winning the league. So we knew we weren't a million miles from it. We just had to add a few players here and there, which the manager's trying to do at the moment. You're never going to be completely ready for the challenge. It's like teams that come up from the Championship to the Premier League. They always try and have that experience and that little bit of extra quality. If you try and stay the same, you're going to stagnate and you're not going to get anywhere, are you?
Jurgen Klopp once again sat down and very relaxed.
It's the first time I've seen that.
Yeah, it's been in the first two pre-season games so far. We're expecting him to revert to his normal animated self once the season starts.
Yeah, he's just getting ready, isn't he? Getting warmed up, I'm sure.
Brannigan on towards Stewart. There's Dejan Lovren. Brannigan again. Flanagan. Firmino. Pass was a little short and the tackle was a little late. Steve Martin, the referee, just wants to have a word in passing. Sam Morsey likes to put himself about, doesn't he?
He does. He's an aggressive player. He's sort of he's our enforcer, if you like. He sits in front of the back four and tries to break play up, and like you say, he's not afraid to put his foot in. He's very strong, powerful player.
That's good from Firmino. Firmino will try again. It is a Liverpool corner. Coutinho was trying something very clever, but Jason Pearce was alert to it.
Shows some lovely touches, Firmino, doesn't he? He's got that Brazilian flair about him. My only concern with him is how dynamic he is, how quick he is to be a front player for Liverpool and to affect games.
He certainly affected a lot of games in the second half of last season, didn't he? He had that wonderful run of form.
Yeah, this is the thing. Sometimes you think he's not doing anything, but then the goals he scored are so vital.
Brannigan with the corner. He's headed away by Hendry. It's good from Flanagan. Firmino, lovely step. It's a good block again by Hendry. And a little bit of respite for Wigan Athletic. They've just been put under a little bit of mounting pressure from Liverpool there.
There's going to be spells in the game where we know we're going to have to soak this up and sort of get used to this type of pressure. Again, I go back to our regular season. We're going to be playing against the likes of Newcastle away, Villa, Derby, teams who are spending big in the league, who are wanting to get out the league straight away. You know it's going to be tough. You're going to have to come under a barrage of abuse and pressure, and you're going to have to withstand it.
There's plenty of teams, though, that have shown in recent years that once you've got momentum from League One, you can go all the way.
Oh, definitely. And it's trying to keep that winning mentality within the changing room, even when you're adding new players in. We've got that. We feel we've got that at the moment. Results in pre-season haven't been going how we want them to go as such, but we've been playing well.
Ejaria. Lovely ball looking inside. It was Vilshut who was alert to the danger. Matip wins the header. Just managed to get himself above Sami Odalusi. Brannigan. Firmino's run. Flag stayed down. It comes to Coutinho. Well, he's hit the woodwork again. I'd say he's getting closer because that one came off the inside of the post.
His feet are incredible, aren't they? He's so quick and makes it look so easy.
And one of those players that looks like he plays in slippers.
He does, yeah. He's a joy to watch, isn't he? I think everyone was excited to see him back in the team today, and that's the reason why.
You can tell him off this time. He's been caught offside over on the far touchline.
Lovely little ball from Brannigan. Well stood up by Firmino. He's a match winner, isn't he? He pulls something out of nothing, and I think Liverpool fans, when he's getting linked to clubs in the summer and things like that, I think they were very worried about losing him. You can see why.
Lee Nichols, by the way, is a former England youth goalkeeper. He comes with a real pedigree. Remember him making his debut for Wigan against Zulte Waregem in the Europa League.
He's got all the attributes, Lee. He's a great size, great frame for a goalkeeper, great shot stopper. I think he's just at the stage now where he's just trying to add it all together, trying to get that little bit of experience and playing more often.
Little shot there of Gary Caldwell, Stephen's former lodger.
What are you laughing at?
Just explain it.
Years ago when we were younger, Gary came on trial from Celtic to Liverpool, and I think he was having a week at Liverpool to see how things were, and Steve Ioway approached my mum and dad and said, would you be willing to sort of take him out for the day, take him for food, get him away from the hotel, trying to sort of help him settle in a little bit. And we did that and sort of remained friends ever since and stayed in touch, and things have gone full circle now where he's took me in.
He's the quieter of the two Caldwell brothers, isn't he, Gary?
Yeah,
Stephen's the more raucous one.
I don't know about that.
Again, it was Vilchut who was making ground. Conor Randall with the challenge.
I said earlier on it'd be a good test for Conor Randall. I think he's, from what I've seen of him when he plays, he's a confidence player. If he starts off well, he grows into the game and he becomes very comfortable in his position. But if things don't start off well for him, he sometimes not struggles, but he's trying to find a way to settle yourself down and grow yourself back into the game. And, he'll have a tough challenge today, but I'm sure it's one he'll look back at either way and think he's learnt something from it.
Lovren. Coutinho wandering in off that left flank. It's noticeable how that front three for Liverpool have rotated so far in this game. Firmino. There's a little drag of his shirt from Pearce. He's always been competitive, Jason Pearce, I think is a good way to put it. Of course, he was Stephen's teammate at Leeds as well as here.
Yeah, he's very competitive, Jay. He's had a very good career so far, and he's a very solid, dependable defender. It does great for us, and enjoy playing with him, to be honest, because you know what you're getting out of him every week. You're getting 100% commitment and effort.
I think there were a couple of fouls there from Andrew Taylor on Sadio Mane. Liverpool get another free kick.
That's what Liverpool fans want to see, isn't it, from Mane? They want to see their men, Liverpool fans want to see from him. They want to see him taking people on and attacking people. That's what he's been brought in for. Sometimes you come into a club like Liverpool and you realise you've got a price tag like that. You've got to perform and you've got to be on it every game, and there's a massive pressure with playing for Liverpool, and it'll be interesting to see how he handles that.
It's Brannigan who will take the free kick again here for Liverpool. Decent delivery again, and it was Matip with the header. Just couldn't quite get above it and keep the ball down. It's another chance for Liverpool.
He's a big old lad, isn't he? You look at the size of him, and he's going to be very difficult to mark. He's just took it off Lovren's head there, but he's a hell of a size. It's just the trust that Liverpool have shown in Brannigan. Again, he's stuck him on all the set pieces. You think of the people in the team who can take them set pieces. Coutinho, Firmino, they're quite happy for him to take them.
That's a decent little touch. There are appeals for handball, which are heeded by Stephen Martin, the referee. Didn't get much help from his linesman, but felt he saw it enough himself.
Yeah, the referee, linesman seemed to play on there, didn't he? He wasn't too bothered about what he'd seen, but the referee pulled it back.
5 years on the league list, Steve Martin. He's just come up from the West Midlands today to do this game. Of course, referees need pre-season as much as players.
It's true, they need to get their eye in and sort of see where they're at and get as close to the ball as they can. They need to build relationships with the new players in the league as well. You get a lot of foreign boys coming in, and you need to get to know the type of player they are and what they're about.
It's a foul by Morsey again. It's Coutinho looking for Mane. Nichols able to clear. Stewart. Brannigan. Just a little heavy for Firmino, but it will break here for Liverpool. It's Randall. Firmino on for Mane. It's a lovely touch. Firmino will go again. Ball was just behind Coutinho, and he can't quite curl it into that top corner.
It's his favourite one, isn't it? That little feint and then go again and then whip it as hard as he can in the far corner. Seen him do that numerous times last year, didn't we?
Nichols relieved that one didn't hit his woodwork this time from Coutinho. Wilshere was unceremoniously taken out by Randall. On by Gilby, back towards his goalkeeper. Here's Pearce, formerly with Bournemouth and Portsmouth before joining Leeds United and coming up north. It's taken by Loris Karius. There are appeals that he was outside his penalty area. I think he was very confident that while 1 foot was outside, he was inside.
I wasn't so sure off the first look, but given the benefit of the doubt there.
He was very unfazed by the whole situation.
He seemed very calm and confident again.
Lovren. I think if it was a cricket decision, we'd refer it to the TV replay umpire, and it'd be go with umpire's call, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll have to get Hawkeye on it. Here's Coutinho for Liverpool. Firmino. Coutinho looking for Mane. It's going to break here for Kevin Stewart. Liverpool trying to work the ball in and around the edge of the penalty area. Firmino again. It's taken by Gilby. Won back by Ejaria. It did ask to be hit. It was well blocked by Taylor. Right, should we have a little look at this, Stephen? Get Hawkeye on it.
That's fine, isn't it?
Umpire's call.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Good decision by the referee.
Play on.
More confident than the England batsman so far today. As Stephen was saying, he's a very confident young man. Here's Loris Karius. That's a foul by Gilby. The referee just wants a little word again. Coutinho. Brannigan. Now Stewart. It's very, very well closed down by Olamusi. And then in snap Brannigan. not afraid to put his foot in, Cameron Brannigan, as well as looking very good on the ball.
I think you've got to be when you're that size, haven't you? You've got to know that, or people have got to know that, yeah, you're a good player and you're on the ball, but you aren't going to take anything. You're going to stand up for yourself and look after yourself, and I think if he wants to play higher, that's what he's going to have to do.
John Flanagan, who's never shirked a tackle in his life, wins one there and finds Ejaria. Just over hits his ball to Mane. Applause from Sadio Mane for the 18-year-old. Hendry. Lovely take and turn. And that's a free kick. Not the hardest one to give.
He's got lovely feet, Ryan. He's one of these players that you can't read what he's going to do in his body language. Some players you can sort of see which way they're going to drop or which way they're going to turn, and Ryan's got that ability to beat players. He just sold Lovren well there.
Another product of the True Academy. There's a few come out of there down the years.
Yeah, they're absolutely incredible, their turnaround, isn't it, of what the players that they get and who've gone on to bigger and better things. Ryan's one of these, again, who's, we feel that as a team we can help him and push him on, and he can play higher.
Lovren. Ejaria. Lovren will take over. Coutinho for Matip. Asking Randall to make the run, and as he does every time, he is willing. Ball from Coutinho was too heavy. Here's Morsey. Must be difficult to give Morsey a nickname, because of course you normally put a Y on the end of everyone's name in football, don't you?
Yeah.
What do you call him?
Morsey. Well, went all out on that one, didn't we?
That's Pearce. Back towards Nichols.
Piercy.
Challenges by Ejaria on Gilby. There is Morsey. Hendry. Pearce. Of course, from here, Wigan will go off to play Macclesfield in the week. The referee's not happy again. Sam Morsey's just starting to test the referee's patience a little here. It has been, if not a catalogue, there's been a thick pamphlet.
That's one way of putting it. Yeah, I mean, with Sam, he tries to get in and around and set a tempo and sort of get in people's faces and get people reacting. I think it's just this moment in time, we're just a little bit off it. We're just showing Liverpool a little bit too much respect. We're being a little bit negative with our passing. It's difficult because the standard of players that Liverpool have got, that if we lose it in certain positions, they're straight at us. We've got the players like Coutinho, Mane, Firmino, who they don't need a second opportunity to make something happen. If they get that little bit of space, they'll create something.
Pearce was committed to that challenge on Coutinho. I think he was one of the few Brazilians that came out of the Copa America with credit, Felipe Coutinho.
Yeah, understandably, I think
it was a disappointing campaign for them. Well, that's a mistake, and Karius had to scramble, and he just about got there. Well, from a moment where there was seemingly nothing to concern yourself with, Loris Karius had a moment there.
It's a Peter Enkelman moment, isn't it? It's one of them. Yeah, he's tried to be too calm and too... I think, in reality, Sammy should have just let him pick it up here, because we'd have got a free kick. I know it's easier said than done, because you think you're in scoring a goal, but it'd been a back pass. But yeah, he's just a little bit too overconfident there, and that'll be a worry for the manager, because you don't want your keeper getting too overconfident. We had it yesterday. Yussi sort of tried to play a pass out, Mata intercepts it, and from being in a comfortable position, we suddenly went a goal down. You can see Jurgen's not happy about it there.
Well, the manager was up. I think it pretty much summed his mood up of what just happened there. That's a ball that's looking for Firmino. It just will skip off the surface. The ground staff have done well, by the way, considering you've had a game on it 24 hours ago.
Yeah, well, we've had it relayed completely. They've dug the pitch up, and a bit boring this, but they've made it deeper, so it'll last longer. The groundwork on it. So there's actually been a fair few games of rugby on it already, and obviously playing yesterday again. The standard of the ground pitch has been really good, so we're really pleased, because it suits our style of football. You probably won't see it as much today, but we like to get it down, we like to pass it, we want to be one of them teams.
It's another foul, this time on man. In terms of the pitch itself, how much does the Rugby League, bearing in mind Wigan are in the middle of their season, how does that affect it?
Well, at the moment we're okay, because it's holding up better than it usually does. Our critical time, sort of November, December, when we get the snow, the heavy rain and things like that, but we've been in bad rain at the moment, so it's holding up really well, so we're really pleased.
It's on by Brannigan, it's just a little too heavy for Conor Randall.
I think if you remember a few years ago in the Premier League, Wigan used to use it as an advantage. They used to have a bad pitch to try and take advantage of that, so the teams came here and they couldn't cope with the pitch, but now the style the manager wants to play in, it's a completely different game.
Of course, it's not the only stadium that has rugby played on it. There's Rugby Union played at quite a few nowadays.
No, I think the other thing as well is, I think the chairman and the old chairman have probably looked at it and thought it's maybe a reason that the team did struggle, because it wasn't great, and I think they've looked at that and thought, we need to sort this out, we need to be on top of it, we need to give ourselves a level playing field and make the most of it. So hats off to them, because they're the ones who have to put the money in the hand in the pocket to get the money to make the pitch better.
It's pierced back towards Nichols. Here's Vilshut. Really positive again from the Dutchman. Just not quite able to wrap his foot around the ball.
Yeah, that's sometimes the frustrating thing about Yannick. You look at the first part and it's brilliant, and he just needs that calmness and composure to slow himself down then to pick the next pass, because potentially the cross can be creating a goal-scoring chance.
Came through the ranks at Ajax and then has played for a few Dutch clubs since, before moving to England. I suppose, like all wingers, not every ball can be perfect, but they can infuriate perhaps more than any other player on the pitch.
Well, none more so than the fullback who's behind him.
Making that overlapping run. We've got 11 minutes to go till half-time. Again, it's been a good test for Liverpool so far. They've kept their passing crisp, moved the ball around well, and really, but for, well, you don't want to say errant finishing, but the fact they've hit the woodwork twice, they would be ahead.
I think this is one of the things as well about Liverpool this year, is they're going to come against teams who sit back deep, especially at Anfield. They're going to find it difficult to break teams down, and it's a good challenge for Liverpool. I'm sure Jurgen Klopp would have hoped we'd have come out and sort of put our, no disrespect to the lads, but the stronger team out and gone for it fully. But lads need to be rotated, they have to play, and it's a good challenge for both teams.
And just to make it clear that you didn't have a choice of what game you could play, and you were told you were playing yesterday, weren't you?
Yeah, we got told. The squad went up on Friday for the 2 games and which game you'd be playing in. I asked the manager if I could play for 10 minutes today at least, but it wasn't doable. It's one of them. I always love playing against Liverpool. You don't know how many times you're going to get to play against. Well, I don't anyway. At my age now, where you're going to get to play against your former team, it's always enjoyable for me, and family and things like that.
Morsey. Here's Hendry. It's looking for Vilshut. Real break here. It's Taylor with the cross. Karius will come. Karius will gather well.
That's better. It's more positive. It's trying to use our attributes there. It's a great ball from Floz, who just knocks it over the fullback, Randall, and that's the difficult thing for Randall, is to gauge where he plays against him, because Yannick's that quick. I mean, you can see there, no one else is catching that. But then it's fortunately it's broke our way, and we get a good cross in the box.
Firmino. Mane wanted the return ball, but again, it just wasn't quite right for him to be able to run in on goal. They have linked up well when they've been on the field at the same time, Mane and Firmino, particularly at Tranmere in Liverpool's first game. Of course, today Philippe Coutinho joining them.
Good players always do, though, don't they? They find a way, they find a wavelength of knowing where people are running. It's the same yesterday in the United game. The top players, and they know how to find people, they know where to run, they know that the pass is going to be right and what they're going to receive and the weight of the pass.
Brannigan. Coutinho. Now Stewart. A little bit of space for Coutinho. Mane makes a run. He was well watched by Hendry. Coutinho was looking for the pass, so it wasn't on and just kept the ball. Ejaria. Firmino. One thing that I think Stephen would be impressed with, and Gary Caldwell certainly will be, is the line that Wigan have got on the edge of the box, and they are just keeping a close eye on those little through balls that Liverpool are looking to play. They haven't had one really that's come off yet. Here's Ejaria.
Yeah, I think it's one of the things that we've been working on. Because of the way we play wide, expansive, open football. We know that we're sort of we're prone to counter-attacks.
Well, there is a through ball. Coutinho didn't quite get it right. Firmino just forced a little wide. Coutinho wants it back, and this is Ejaria. It's a really good block.
And that's what you see there. We're trying to play expansive football, and we get caught out, and that's what we know we have to recover well from. We've done really well to get numbers behind the ball there, and it's something that we've been trying to work on. We've been watching the Italians a lot. Obviously the style of football that they play and the way they defend, it's brilliant to watch.
Leicester City showed last season that maybe the game is just entering a new phase in terms of you don't need to have 75% of the possession to win games all the time.
You see the Germans against the French in the Euros. It was the same situation there.
That's Mane. This is Coutinho. Brannigan. Olamusi was straight into the tackle, left a little bit on Cameron Brannigan, who's hobbled away from that challenge. Lovren. Matic. Ejaria. Brilliant from Coutinho again, and there's the effort from Mane. It'll come to Flanagan. Here's Coutinho again, still going, and still can't find a way through. Well, he's on a one-man mission to score today, is Philippe Coutinho. He's only going to get another few minutes to do so.
We're just seeing the replay of the second shot there, but the first bit of skill, here it is now. Little Maradona turn and puts Mane in. That's a good save from Lee. Just a little bit close to the keeper, wasn't he, to sort of get it out of his feet and get it round him.
We are expecting Jurgen Klopp to rotate his players again at half-time. Brannigan. Firmino. Ejaria. Really good. Good challenge by Pearce. That's towards Mane. Manages just to get away from Colclough, who just had a little pull at him.
Been very impressed with Ejaria. I mean, such a young lad, and he loves receiving the ball in tight areas and manoeuvring it and letting people get close to him, but just having enough about him to take it away from them again.
To use the age-old cliche, he's got good feet for a big man.
Can't use that one again.
It's another Liverpool free kick. Again, Cameron Brannigan is taking charge. Well, it's just a little too heavy for Matic. Hendry just managed to block off his run a little. Jurgen Klopp's probably wondering how his side haven't scored in this first half. It's Taylor with the throw. Andy Taylor actually played, by the way, in the 2012 League Cup final for Cardiff City against Liverpool. Dramatic penalty shootout. Wembley Stadium.
Did he take a pen? Thought you were Stato brothers.
Wigan have a corner. It's Mane with the header away.
Don't be googling it on your phone either.
I could tell you who missed for Cardiff that day. He didn't take one. Here is Taylor again. Lovely touch. Coutinho onto Brannigan. There's an open expanse of turf for Sadio Mane to run into here. Wigan are getting numbers back. Mane's cross is deep. It's Ejaria. And Nichols again able to make what was this time a relatively straightforward save.
It's a lovely take by the big man. You can see what he's trying to do. Very confident, isn't he? I mean, I haven't seen anything of him before. He seems very confident in what he can do and his ability.
There's 1 minute of time to be added on at the end of this first half. Firmino's touch, Coutinho. Mane had gone, and that meant that Coutinho just had to check the pass. He was just offside, but this is Randall. And Liverpool are going to end the half on the attack. They have a corner. Lovren and Matip will both make their way into the Wigan Athletic penalty area here. It's Brannigan again who will take. It's towards Firmino, actually won the header. Well, that will do. Well, there wasn't a minute, it was 30 seconds, and 30 seconds. You have to say, Stephen, it's a half that Philippe Coutinho was just unfortunate not to score.
Yeah, he's tried everything, hasn't he? He's been the one player who's really took the game by the scruff of the neck and wanted to make a big impact on his return. I think from the Wigan point of view, we've sort of held out. We'll be going into half-time thinking that they'll be happy to go in 0-0.
It is half-time. It is
pressure that he's under. I think it's very good to see Jurgen Klopp there at half-time. So relaxed on the pitch, doing his team talk and just relaxed and making the teams seem at ease going out. There are a lot of young boys here today, and they want to be sort of in a comfortable environment, and he's trying to build that for them.
Well, Liverpool have a perfect record so far in pre-season. They haven't managed to score today. Philippe Coutinho did everything but score in that first half. That's Thiago Ilori, and the offside flag will go up against Ryan Kent. Interesting that at the moment Ben Woodburn has started fairly centrally, almost as another striker with Danny Ings, with Kent on the left and Markovic on the right-hand side for Liverpool.
Good to see how Ryan Kent gets on as well. I think he had a great spell at Coventry last year, sort of lit it up and then came back and got his chance against Exeter. A few other little bits and pieces, but never really got much else after that. So that'll be an interesting one for him to see how he progresses. Woodburn on towards Ings. Now Markovic. Pass was a bit square, didn't give him anything to run onto. Well, there weren't a bad first touch from Woodburn, was it? Nice little Cruyff and bring the ball into Danny Ings there. He is very highly thought of, which is the reason he's here at the age of 16. Yeah, definitely. The other one, Danny Ings, I really like him. I think his footwork, he's got strength, he's got speed. Just watching him in the warm-up there, his finishing's absolutely brilliant. I think he was hitting great form, wasn't he, last year when he was playing at Liverpool, and the fans got excited by him because he's all action and wants to give everything every second of the game. And obviously it was a great shame what happened to him, but coming back and as stronger as he can ever come back, and I think this getting a good pre-season under his belt's going to be a massive plus for Jurgen Klopp. Nothing like scoring in a Merseyside derby to endear yourself to the faithful, is that? It does work wonders, that, doesn't it? Here's Alexander-Arnold. Kent, it's a good challenge by Chow. You mentioned that Gary Colwell has mixed his sides up for these two games against Manchester United yesterday, that they were beaten 2-0 in, and of course today's game. That's a little loose from Ilori. Lucas will step in and win the ball back for Liverpool. Got himself a rare goal the other night. That's a foul on Randall, who's now of course playing as a left full-back after playing down the same side but as a right-back in the first half. That was a little short for Woodburn, and Morsey stepped in. That's Matip. Ilori. Ings. On for Kent, who's offside. But he's not happy with it. Again, it was a tight one. It's a great ball from Danny Ings, though, isn't it? I think that's the other side of him. He comes off, drops deep, and he can play high as well. Yeah, he doesn't look offside there. He looks just about level, doesn't he? I mean, where do you see Andre Wisdom this year, Bradders? Do you think he's going to have a look in, or do you think he's going to sort of be loaned out again?
Andre, of course, has had those loan spells away, hasn't he, in the last couple of seasons. He'll want to step it up this year. That's a lovely ball by Lucas. Danny Ings has just taken himself a little wide, but he still tested the goalkeeper and fully extended Lee Nichols there.
Yeah, I think you said it yourself there. He just took it a little bit wide, didn't he? He's in a great position. Takes the touch right across the defender. He's in trouble, isn't he?
You would always back the goalkeeper in that situation there, wouldn't you?
I'd hope so.
It's Wisdom's header. Playing it right back today. Of course, he has played at the centre of the defence in the other pre-season games. Joel Matip just having a little more game time today. Of course, Liverpool head off from here for a game at Huddersfield on Wednesday. A little further away, of course, than they've been for the first 3 games. Ilori, Markovic. Wisdom very advanced, and he has won Liverpool a corner. Ryan Kent will wander across to take it. Matip will make his way forward. So too Thiago Ilori. Wisdom 2 in the penalty area. There's plenty of presence. Kent goes low. The ball was comfortably cleared away. Kent can have another bite of the cherry. Of course, he really caught the eye with that wonderful goal that he scored at Coventry. One of the goals of the season in League One. On by Ings. Hendry with the clearance. Ilori looking for Markovic. Will break for Thiago Ilori. A little high for Ings. All a little scruffy. Taylor just calms things down by finding his goalkeeper. Hendry turned well. He got the shout from the crowd. Looked round and saw 3 Liverpool players bearing down on him. Just getting a couple of words there from the bottom of your picture from Joe Parkinson. Things sliding in on Morsey. You did well just to keep the ball and move it on. Taylor. It's good from Vilshot. Really good from Vilshot. Lucas did well. Read it really well and got across. Woodburn under pressure. Did really well. It's a really good turn as well by the 16-year-old. On towards Ings. He can't quite find Lazar Markovic. We talked a lot about Sam Morsey in that first half. He's a tough customer, but Woodburn showed him a clean pair of heels then, didn't he?
Certainly did, yeah.
Not just the pace as well, it was the strength to start with.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what you want to see. You want to see him tested against teams like this.
Odalusi. Ilori did well. It's Woodburn again. Kent. Woodburn. Again with plenty of turf to run into. Ryan Kent's been left on the floor by Morsey. He is up now. Here's Ings. Markovic was trying to return the ball to him. Lucas. Now Wisdom. Markovic. Ings. He's got the ball. He's got the shot away. It's just the wrong side of the post.
Better from Liverpool, isn't it? I mean, that's where Ings comes alive. In the box, quick feet, gets his shot away, and he's unfortunate there.
ball was stuck beneath his feet when he tried to get the shot away as well. Danny Ings, it was one that he just had to stab at, really. Created the chance himself inside the penalty area. That's Morsey. Vilshot again. Certainly Gary Colwell will want his side to try and be on the front foot as much as they can in this second period.
It just becomes difficult because Liverpool have made, what, 5-6 changes and got eight, fresh legs on the pitch, and you've got to remember it's pre-season. We're still running every single day, so we're coming into this fatigued and not feeling great, and it does become hard in the second half. You see Liverpool bringing on the likes of Ings and Markovic and people like that, and they've got great runners and good ball players. It's tough.
One thing that's caught the eye so far in the 2 games Liverpool have played has been the hunger of the young players and the work rate of them. Odalusi just managed to get away from Matty. He was cut out by Trent Alexander-Arnold. Here's Kent. Just overran the ball. It's on by Gilby. Chow, Odalusi. Ings. This is Lucas. Trent Alexander-Arnold. A little burst of pace. And the free kick will go against him. I think he was a little frustrated with himself. Really positive burst, though. You mentioned that you're still running every day. Is it running, or is it working with the balls and doing running as well?
There's a bit of both. I think the game's moved on, hasn't it? But obviously there's still a certain amount of running that you need to do. Sort to say, you try and get miles in your legs ready for the season. People who don't play, don't have a good pre-season, they struggle partway through the season and to carry on during the season. Yeah, it's not as hard as it used to be, though. Me and Jason were talking about it before, and used to come in, and God, used to get flogged, and it was hard. And now it's, like you say, the balls come out early doors. I used to see a ball for a month. Comes out on the first day now. God, that's great.
Certain Jason always loved running. Jason McAteer was a running man, wasn't he?
It's the best part of his game.
It's Hendrick. Randall just has a little bit of time. Karius actually playing beyond half-time, is the longest he's played in the Liverpool shirt so far. Liverpool do have young Shamal George on the bench today. Alexander-Arnold. Ings. Markovic. Lucas makes a little forward run again. Markovic. Here's Woodburn. Lucas is offside. Well, it was a source of great amusement at Fleetwood the other night. Everyone was having a right old chuckle at the fact that Lucas had scored.
It's good to see, though, isn't it? I love watching Lucas play. I think he's the type of player that Liverpool fans love. He wears his heart on his sleeve, gives everything every game, and he's a dying breed as well. The amount of tackles he gets through in a game, and successfully as well. That's the biggest part about it. He's great to have in your team.
I think there was only N'Golo Kante in the Premier League last season who actually Won more tackles than Lucas.
Yeah, and no matter how many more games did he play than Lucas as well? I think that's one of the things. Lucas only played sort of probably half of the games.
Pearce. Ilori. Lucas. It was Woodburn trying to switch it to Kent.
I think one thing you can say about Woodburn is he's not shy, is he? He's not afraid to show what he's got, and he's exuding confidence. I think you can tell his goals probably give him that confidence. He's enjoying himself out there, and he looks very strong for such a slight lad as well.
Well, when you do see him close up and he walks past you, you do see a young boy who looks like he's just finished school, and he has.
It's good to see, though, isn't it? That's what you want to see. You want to see young lads enjoying the football and showing what they've actually got and what they can do.
Positive run by Hendry. Here's Taylor. This is Vilshut. He's going to have a go. Caught it well enough, but not quite the right direction on it.
A little bit more positive, though, from our point of view. Trying to have a go now and trying to get men a little bit more further forward, but very difficult.
Comfortable to see why Yannick Vilshut caused mayhem in League One last season. That's Woodburn. Now Ings. Wisdom. Oh, it was one of them balls that you thought was perfectly weighted and just agonisingly ran away from Andre Wisdom just as he got to it. It's Taylor who will take the throw. Spent, of course, much of last season on loan at Reading in the Championship. Randall. Ings. Just making sure Kent was onside as he was looking to play the ball. Lovely touch again, Danny Ings. He tried to get himself out of a tricky area, though. It was very well covered by Mawson.
Lovely interplay again. Great feet from Ings, but Sam's recovered really well. Just shows you, I mean, the interplay with Liverpool is fantastic up front. I mean, we had the problem yesterday with United where they moved that ball that split second quicker than teams at the level that we've been playing so far. So it's a good challenge, but it's one that, obviously, at the moment we're doing okay with and we're coping well with. It's more the later on in the game when legs get tired, minds get tired, and you start to fatigue a little bit.
Manchester United did bring a similar sort of squad to Liverpool, didn't they, in terms of there were a few big names, a few young boys who had played, and a few other youngsters as well.
Yeah, definitely, and that's a good challenge for ourselves and what we want to see. And the other thing as well is that when there's young players coming here, it's the chance for us to see them and see what they're about and see what level they're at. And maybe we can take players on loan of that calibre.
Randall, Alexander-Arnold is going to have a go. Well, he caught it well enough, but it was always rising.
Just always look at Markovic and you think, he's being bought in for massive money and he just doesn't have an impact on the game. Doesn't do anything. Sort of flits in and out of the game. You're thinking, just do something, excite someone and take people on and make something happen, but just sits on the outside of the game doing nothing for me.
That's Ings, that's a lovely ball. Here's Lucas. Oh, it's just the wrong side of the post. Really, really good run again.
He's not scoring 2 in a week, is he? Let's be honest. No chance.
You remember when he came over, of course, he did have a really good scoring record from his time in Brazil. He was almost converted by Rafa Benitez into a
that was under-8
defensive midfielder. That's a decent ball, and there's Markovic just forcing himself a little wide. Plenty of red shirts waiting, one of whom there was, well, Danny Ings, and it was a very difficult ball to hit. That would have been a replay you'd have seen over and over again had he volleyed that into the top corner.
It would have been Van Basten-esque, wouldn't it?
He seems quite relaxed and calm, the Liverpool manager. It's a decent step away from Matip by Flores. There's a free kick as well. Right, a throw. Just drifted out of play. Played 20 minutes of the second half. Still looking for that first goal. Markovic. Matip. Alexander-Arnold couldn't quite find Woodburn. It's Pearce back towards his goalkeeper, who clears his lines and finds Gilby, and on towards Odalusi. The flag stays down. And it's beyond Karius. Wisdom will clear. He's had to feed a little bit on scraps so far as Sami Odalusi arrived at Wigan via Bolton's youth centre. He missed a lot of football last season.
For him, because when I came in, he had a toe injury, and he struggled when he came back just to sort of get comfortable with it and kicking a ball. And I think, like you say, just trying to find his feet now and get back into it.
Vilshutt's on the charge. He's beaten Wisdom. Right, it's very calm defending by Joel Matip.
Shows you that pace again. I mean, Andre Wisdom's no slouch, and he's just showed him a clean pair of heels there, and just that the end product.
Randall exchanging passes with Danny Ings. It's Woodburn. Helps it on for Wisdom. Fizzed it towards Markovic. Had he actually been able to find a better ball there, Markovic had wandered into a really good position where he would have been in on goal. Randall. Ilori. Is Kent. It's a real burst from Joel Matip. He goes for the return as well. It's towards Markovic, and it'll come to Kent. Lovely step, Kent! Well, again, it's just the wrong side of the post for Ryan Kent and for Liverpool.
Lovely feet, great step over. All comes from the big man at the back, doesn't it, Matip? Great run out from defence, and little 1-2 with Markovic, and I think you're thinking carry on and keep going into the box, but comes out to Kent, who's, like you say earlier on, he shows great feet. He scored a great goal last season. He's got that ability. You just want him to do it more often.
Joel Matip's run there was reminiscent of a goal that he set up for Schalke at the back end of last season. He wandered the full length of the field, dribbled past about 3 or 4 men, and then just rolled it across, and they scored. He had cruise control on there. It was almost effortless the way that he ran forward. Here he is again. Ilori. Markovic. Support is to the left. He's just overhit the pass towards Danny Ings. It'll be a goal kick. Again, Liverpool getting themselves into really good areas that they have done all day, really. Wigan are going to make their first change here. Craig Davis is going to come on. Jordan Flores will make way. Craig Davis has been around a long time. He's had a decent career.
Yeah, he's done very well, Dave. He's a big, strong boy. So he'll probably go straight up top now, and Sammy will probably move aside. He'll probably try and pin the defenders a little bit more and try and get a bit of a link-up play coming in. Whether they might go with 2 up. Just sending a little note on there to let them know what's going on.
That's to make sure that you get the correct instructions. Can he not be trusted, Craig?
Yeah, he's not the brightest.
That's a loose ball, and it allows Lazar Markovic to gather it, and here's Ings. Danny Ings scores again for Liverpool. He waited, he bided his time, and he finished as coolly as you like. Liverpool in front.
Yeah, it's a great take from Danny Ings, isn't it? And a great finish. I think that shows what he's all about inside the box. I think it's what Liverpool will need this season to get them goals. He's very composed there. It's a great finish.
From Gary Caldwell's point of view, it wasn't the greatest to give the ball away inside their own half, especially with Liverpool having red shirts forward. But Jurgen Klopp's side lead again. Danny Ings has scored again, just as he did at Tranmere.
Do his confidence the world of good as well, won't it? Knowing he's coming back and sort of fighting a long injury for so long all last season, coming back, scoring goals.
Well, here's Kent. And now Markovic. They unselfishly looked for someone in the middle, but they'd all made runs away from the ball.
I don't know why he doesn't shoot. Just put your foot through it and see where it goes.
Alexander-Arnold. That's lovely. Just overran it a little. Markovic loses out to Gilby. Matty. Randall. Ilori. Is the goal scorer, Ings. Ilori didn't quite get the pass right, but it found Matip. Lucas had to step in there. Has to get there before Colclough. He suggested that late on was when Wigan just started to be tested that little bit more against Manchester United 24 hours ago. Liverpool finally finding a way through as the game entered its final phase really here today. Here's Kent. Super turn. Here's Woodburn. He's in again. It's Ben Woodburn. He's scored again. The 16-year-old scores in back-to-back games for Liverpool. And just how well did he do it?
Great turn from Ryan Kent in midfield. I was just about to say a couple of seconds ago, the run he made across the box before was great. This one, he takes a lovely touch. Way to pass is perfect. And Woodburn just takes it so early. Just little pass in. Great finish.
Might have found one here, you know.
Yeah, he's not bad at all, is he?
Casually wanders back to halfway as though he does it every single game. A goal at Fleetwood, now a goal at Wigan for Ben Woodburn. And Liverpool, from trying to find a way through, have scored twice in a matter of minutes. It's quite amusing as well when you talk to the staff about Ben Woodburn, and no one wants to build him up too much too quickly, which is obviously the sensible way to do things. But the joke about the young man arriving for training in his school uniform and just completely unfazed by the surroundings from the first day he arrived.
Yeah, I think it's the biggest problem in our game at the moment, is building a player up to be more than you want him to be at that time. You want him to grow naturally and sort of progress at his own rate. People just want people to be superstars overnight, and they expect too much. See how he does. I mean, it's very early on in his career.
Well, here he is again. It's a lovely turn to set up what was really no more than a half chance.
It's very easy though, doesn't he? You just look at his ability on the ball, and he's comfortable both feet. I think he's definitely one for the future, but as again, you just don't want to get too carried away and put that pressure on him.
That was cool from Nichols. It's Matic forward, headed away by Taylor. Ilori. Here's Randall. Woodburn makes another intelligent run. Turns well again. Markovic is arriving. Ball just a little beyond him, but here's Ings. He was looking to play in Trent Alexander-Arnold, who'd made a good run. Wigan just about managing to smother the ball down and get it behind. A good round of applause for Ryan Kent for his part in Ben Woodburn's goal. Now can Liverpool find another goal? Kent's delivery. Ings will jump. It's going to come towards Lucas. Well, you said that he's not going to score 2 in a week. He's certainly going to keep trying, though.
He's giving it a go, isn't he?
There's wisdom for Liverpool. Kent couldn't find Woodburn that time. That's Gilby. Matic in charge of the situation. Hendry forward. Ilori calmly finds Markovic. Alexander-Arnold. That's another free kick. Another wording passing for Sam Morsey.
It's his first one in the second half, isn't it? Allowed that one.
And here comes another change for Wigan. Sami Adelusi is going to make way here for James Barrigan. And the other change, we'll see Alex Gilby make way. And on in his place comes Luke Burke.
Two young lads who are coming through. Berkey's a Scouser, and well, they're both Scousers to be honest, but it's a good chance for them to get on and play against these players, because they're trying to get to the level that we know that they're capable of getting to, but testing themselves against these players is going to be very difficult, but I'm sure they're excited by it.
Here's Alexander-Arnold. Ball just got stuck. And there's Ings, and it might break for Kent. Oh, and the flag's gone up for handball against him. Well, he thought he was in there, did Ryan Kent? I think we'll put it down the book of, if that was given against you, you'd be a bit angry.
He's done very well, Ryan Kent, since he's come onto the pitch. I think he's one of them who looks like he wants to impress. He wants to get in the manager's thoughts and get in his plans, give it a go as early as he can. If it doesn't work out, then he goes on loan again.
Well, here's Ings. The ball was won by Lucas. That was towards Kent. It was well covered. The flag was up anyway against Craig Davis. Ings. Alexander-Arnold. And while it is the likes of Woodburn and Kent who will catch the eye with the attacking play and the runs they make, Trent Alexander-Arnold looks mature beyond his tender years in midfield for Liverpool. Here is Kent. Joel Matip. Alexander-Arnold. He wanted Kent to make the run, and Kent wanted to hold and gather the ball. It's not quite on the same wavelength there. Davis being a nuisance, did well to win the ball. Colclough trying to escape from Randall, who made the challenge. It's Burke with the throw. Colclough. Oh, there's a bit of space there. Well, it's the best chance Wigan have had. It was a bit of a tame effort in the end.
I think Tim's got a bit of a nosebleed there. I think he got carried away.
When he did first join Wigan, I mean, he's moved into central midfield now because, of course, young Burke has come on at right back, but he can play central midfield, can't he? That's what he...
Yeah, that's his role, that's his position, that's where he plays.
It's not quite that high.
Yeah, no, I think it's just because of the changes that we've had in the last couple of days. He's needed a right back, and Tim's one of them players who can pretty much play anywhere and happy to do it.
That's a decent ball. It's found Wilshere. Again, looking for the pass that manages to escape. Plenty of pairs of flailing legs. In by Burke. It's not a bad little ball. Matip did well just to ease. Markovic advanced a long way. And Hendry does well just to halt his progress. It's Barrigan. It was a bit of a blind turn by Colclough, and Lucas won the ball. have seen free kicks given for those sort of challenges quite often in the Premier League. Kent. Alexander-Arnold. That's Woodburn to Kent, and now Randall. Kent again. Woodburn. Alexander-Arnold. Kent. Now Wisdom. Really good probing by Liverpool again. Ings makes the little run in behind. And the challenge was good. So too was the clearance by Morsey. Davis. That's on for Vilshet, who's got away from Matip. He's got Thiago Ilori to beat. He tried to find the pass. And Conor Randall managed to get himself in the way. Glorious touch by Markovic. Woodburn helps it on. Ilori's continued his run here. Well, Liverpool have a man over here. Kent on towards Danny Ings, and this could be three. It's a good save by Lee Nichols. Alexander-Arnold. We've seen both Liverpool central defenders make really good runs forward in this second half. Markovic. It's on for Woodburn again. He's gone toe-to-toe with Jason Pearce there, who is a big, strong boy. And Woodburn gave as good as he got there.
It's a cracking counter-attack from Liverpool. I think you get Danny Ings in the box there, expecting to score. Lee's put one out, good foot and good save. But I think we had a chance up the other end where we're trying to counter-attack and just get caught on the break, like I say before. Just a little bit tired legs and trying to stay in the game.
There's Barragan. It is worth saying that we are seeing a lot of young boys come on for Wigan here. There's a really good system with the academy here. Gregor Rioch does a really good job with the young players, doesn't he?
Yeah, the system's been really good, and you see a lot of players who've played and coming through that have been involved in the academy. But you obviously look at Liverpool's academy and the players that Liverpool have got out today, and you see the level that you've got to get to. And that's the difficult thing, but you find your level and you get to that, and you've got to sort of make your breakthrough at the team.
Those wondering about the name Rioch, of course, will not need two guesses to know that Gregor is the son of Bruce. Here's Kent, just tricked himself really. A couple more changes here for Wigan. Sam Morsey will make way. Shakes hands with the referees. Got to know him quite well this afternoon. And on in his place will come Josh Gregory. Again, more products of the youth system here at Wigan Athletic. And the other young man coming on is Callum Lang. Well, Stephen says what a great opportunity for these young players from the youth system at Wigan. Just a few minutes of football against Liverpool. Lucas. Woodburn. Here's Randall. He and Joel Matip have got good 90 minutes under their belt today. Another chance at Huddersfield on Wednesday for some of the others before Liverpool head off to the United States. And of course back for that very glamorous looking game against Barcelona at Wembley, and then a little trip to Mainz. Joel Matip has just come off here, by the way. You just see he's alongside Jurgen Klopp there. Liverpool will be hoping that's not a serious problem. No doubt we will speak to Jurgen Klopp afterwards and find out. Means that Lucas has just stepped in at the heart of the defence.
think he's got a couple of big decisions to make, Klopp, as to who he takes away with him to America now. I think you've obviously got your international boys coming back after the Euros, and they're obviously a shoe-in to go, but then there's young players here now who have suddenly, he's probably thought, we'll bring them down for numbers, we'll see how they get on, and they've impressed, and they've probably impressed more than senior players have. And it's what do you do? Would you give them the chance, or do you hold them back? It's a tough one for him to decide to do.
Well, there's a few figuratively actually banging on his door for a place, aren't they? Rather than literally.
Yeah, definitely. I think your likes of obviously Kent and Woodburn are stepping up to the plate. I think you only have to look at Alexander-Arnold as well. I think he's been brilliant. The way he sort of strolls about the pitch, and I don't mean that in a lazy way, but he makes it look easy. He's got that ungainly figure and sort of the way he goes about things, but it works. He makes it look very easy.
He's very long-legged, is Trent Alexander-Arnold. Well, what another good afternoon's work it's been for Liverpool. They finally got their goals in the second half. A handshake between Gary Caldwell and Jurgen Klopp. Danny Ings with the first, and another goal for Ben Woodburn. It's been a really good workout in the sun at Wigan. It's a third win for Liverpool in pre-season. It's a third clean sheet for Liverpool in pre-season. And from here, it's all off to Huddersfield. Another good win. Wigan 0, Liverpool 2.